Hi all, Hipper here. So if you enjoy two-player local couch co-op, split screen, whatever you want to call it, the games where you play with a friend or a partner or a child or whatever, your grandfather, on a couch with two controllers and you're sitting next to each other and you're having a good time, well, this is the channel for you. So don't forget to subscribe because I'll be doing quite a bit of these videos here. So the Lego games have been with us for a long time now. The first one was also a Lego Star Wars game, and I can't even remember when it came out, but I think it was on PlayStation 2. It's a long time ago. And even back then, a long time ago, that game had local couch co-op. And that's something that stuck with the series ever since. And it makes sense, when you think about what people are going to buy these games, like other than myself, because I like them too. But two-player couch co-op makes a lot of sense in these in these games here, because it's games that you see parents play with their children a lot, and couch co-op works really well that way because you're sitting next to each other, and if need be, someone can take over the controller and helps the other player through difficult parts. Not that there's many difficult parts, because this is a Lego game, and it's just it's built for enjoyment, and it's easy to get into. There's not many difficult things you have to get control of. It's pretty much just X for jump and square for shooting. That's about it. Controlling the camera is probably the only thing that could give a little bit of issues for some people, but in general, it's not a problem at all. And the Lego games have always been solid. Like they give us very nice platforming, very nice environments, pretty good graphics. I mean, this is a Lego game, so the characters are always a little bit blocky, but the environments have always been excellent. Even going back to the earlier games like Indiana Jones and Jurassic World, like they've all looked really, really nice, and the Lego characters, they just fit in there in odd ways, I guess. So what's the local couch co-op like in this game here, in like the Star Wars Skywalker saga? And as you can see from the footage here behind me, it's different. Like the Lego games seems to have like left behind the old top-down isometric look, and I think that's a good thing. It was getting a little bit dated, and the games were evolving into a space where that sort of top-down look just didn't really fit with how busy the games were actually getting, because there's a lot to do in Lego games, and it's one of the only real platforming games where you have to collect stuff. If you remember back to the old days where we had Donkey Kong 64, Banjo-Kazooie, Super Mario 64, and all you had to do, well, not all you had to do, but a big part of what you had to do was to collect stuff. And in Mario, it was stars. In Jak and Daxter, it was orbs. And in Banjo-Kazooie, it was puzzles and notes. And if you think back to Nintendo 64 times and Donkey Kong 64, one of the most insane collectathon games ever created. You had to collect bananas and all sorts of things, and I never managed to collect everything in Donkey Kong 64. It was just too much. But I did do it in Banjo-Kazooie and Super Mario 64. But Donkey Kong is just in a world of its own when it comes to the requirements for collecting everything. It was pretty insane. Like the Lego games have always kept that aspect in the games. So you're collecting bricks and studs, and it's just great. Like there aren't many games left where this is a requirement in the gameplay. Collecting. And if there is, it's usually collecting some sort of currency that you'll then use to buy stuff. It's not just collecting for the sake of collecting, which is exactly what this aspect of the Lego games have been keeping alive since the PlayStation 2 days. And it's, like I said, it's one of the only games that still has this sort of gameplay in it, and it's great. I mean, it's hard to put down, at least for some people, I'd say. So if that's your thing and you enjoy, local co-op as well, then the Lego games, any of them really, but this one in particular, I think is a very, very good buy. The Skywalker saga is better than any of the other Lego games because of the change in camera view, really, because you are having this over the shoulder view, and it just works a lot better. And with the new horsepower of the new consoles like PS5 and Series X, this is possible, and it's possible to run two views like this in split screen, because that has been a problem earlier. Back in the PlayStation 2 days, Xbox 360 days, having two players play the same game pretty much on the same screen in two-player split screen, sometimes it would grind the machines not to a halt, but you would certainly lose frames, and it would sometimes be a little bit of a stretch for Telltale Games to actually implement this split screen possibility here, especially in the Indiana Jones games. Sometimes it would really grind the innards of the machines, and the frame rates would take a dip, which was a shame, but that's not a problem anymore at all. You can see how this game here right now is running at a pretty much 60 frames per second for both characters at the same time. So excellent like performance, and I don't really have any negatives to say about this game. It's excellent in every way, and if you have someone to play local co-op with, this is one of the best games out there, at least of the more friendly games. Of course, there's other games that give you a completely different experience, like for example the Divinity games or Diablo or Borderlands or anything like that, but they are a little bit more intricate. It takes a little bit more time to get to know them, while on the other hand, Lego is something you can just jump right into and start blasting stormtroopers if that's your thing, right? So thoroughly recommend this game for local co-op, couch co-op, split screen, two-player, whatever you want to call it. It's excellent, and it's cheap, and I'm sure we'll get many more Lego games based on this new look here with the over-the-shoulder cameras. And who knows, we might actually even get 4 players now that the hardware is there to actually push the polygons around without losing too many frames, or any frames in this instance here actually. So who knows, we might get a new Jurassic World game or new Indiana Jones games. I don't know, I'm just guessing right here, but I sure hope so. So hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and go buy this game, and I'll see you out there.